Let's go over exciting news for the Obi Wan Kenobi Star Wars movie. This is Mike Zeroh here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, as you all know, the Kenobi movie is set to begin principal photography this spring of 2019, which is, of course, in April. Specifically, all the storyboards, models, and concept arts reportedly have been completed, as we went over a couple weeks ago. Now, looking at all of this, we do have a big update when it comes to the Obi Wan Kenobi movie. We will be going into potential spoilers here, so do, be warned about all of that. However, also take this with a grain of salt. Now, this story comes from Omega Underground. If you guys would like to go ahead and check out the full story, it will be linked below in the description. This has to do with a returning character in the Obi Wan Kenobi Star Wars movie, a character that we are all very well familiar with in Star Wars Rebels, and that is the character of Grand Admiral Thrawn. Now, if you guys go ahead and look at this report by Omega Underground, there was a audition tape that was released or found. I think it's honestly a practice audition tape of an actor. He's done some film and TV stuff out there. He's an actor based in the UK. His name is Adam Templar, and he was doing what appears to be a practice audition tape for the role of Grand Admiral Thrawn for one of the anthology movies that are coming up very shortly. So, looking at this actor, he's actually pretty solid if you do look at some of his work and really kind of take a peek at what he's done before in the past. And ironically, it's very similar to what Daisy Ridley's position was before she got the role of Rey in The Force Awakens, where she was also an actress based in the UK. She did a couple of, film and TV stuff here and there, not too much. Same thing with Adam Templar here. And it looks like Disney and Lucasfilm are trying to find yet another more, unknown actor to portray a new major villain in the Star Wars universe. They did the same exact thing with other characters before in the past as well. So looking at Adam Templar, if you actually guys go ahead and look at this report, you can actually see that for the Kenobi movie, that there would be some involvement of Grand Admiral Thrawn hunting down Jedi after the events of Revenge of the Sith and looking for a Jedi Master. He even reports to Darth Vader. Now, I've said this numerous times, with the Kenobi movie, I think that one of the biggest worries about a movie like that is how could we have a movie where the whole entire film is based on Tatooine centered on one character, such as Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan. And I always said that this movie would definitely explore other planets. We do know that Disney and Lucasfilm, they were looking over at Switzerland as a possible place for principal photography this spring of 2019. That, to me, sounds like they are going all the way to Alderaan, because at the very end of Revenge of the Sith, we have that shot of Alderaan, and that was actually shot over in Switzerland. So it only makes sense. Now, looking at the other side of things, besides the whole possible Bail Organa side of the story in the Kenobi movie, we could very well have the Empire side of the story with Grand Admiral Thrawn, and maybe even a Darth Vader cameo. To me, I think it would be pretty impressive if they had that 3 storytelling format in the Obi Wan Kenobi movie, where maybe you have Bail raising his stepdaughter, of course, Leia Organa, raising her on that beautiful planet of course, Alderaan before its destruction many, many years later. And then the other side of the story is you have Obi-Wan looking over a young Luke Skywalker on the planet Tatooine. And then the other plot point could very well be both Thrawn and Vader hunting down Jedi after the events of Revenge of the Sith, specifically looking for a Jedi Master. This, to me, sounds like it would work perfectly, and to actually have Thrawn on the big screen would make a whole lot of sense. Now, we have heard, a lot of different leaks and rumors out there that he could very well also be returning in Star Wars Episode 9. Now, his, whereabouts are completely mysterious after the events of Rebels Season 4. He goes along with Ezra, disappears, and it's led to assume that he goes all the way into the unknown regions with Ezra Bridger. Also, Episode 9 is set to be going into the unknown regions, so that would make a whole lot of sense as well. As far as Thrawn in the Kenobi movie, how would you guys feel about something like that, where he's reporting to Vader trying to hunt down remaining Jedi, specifically trying to track down a Jedi Master. Would you guys like that in the Obi Wan Kenobi Star Wars movie? Now, these past 3 weeks, we've been learning a whole lot more about the third anthology film, Star Wars 2020, which is said to be the Kenobi film. And everything seems like it's starting to really add up. We're hearing more and more about it every single week, and it only makes sense because we also have heard that at some point in the summer, we're going to hear something by Disney and Lucasfilm about their upcoming projects for the Star Wars franchise. Also makes sense because I think that they want to do stuff in between the gap of Solo: A Star Wars Story and the release of Episode 9 to really hold the fans over, delivering us a lot of news on the future of where this franchise is going and what it's going to be about. Now, looking at Obi-Wan, there's still no word on Ewan Mcgregor being cast, which is, really getting a lot of people worried out there, because if they're going to begin filming in April of 2019, I'm assuming that the script is currently in the works or near its completion. And if Ewan McGregor's on board, I think that he has to get the call at latest by fall of this year. Like maybe even October or November. Read the script, practice it, and then begin his filming in April. That's enough time if you ask me. So we'll have to wait and see. I believe that we're going to hear a whole lot more about this movie officially this fall of 2018, But looking at the Kenobi movie, guys, I think that it's going to be a perfect fit for Star Wars. It's a bridge between Alec Guinness's Obi-Wan and even Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan. So it's going to be perfect. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. And thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Gun in hand, we are alone again. No, I'm not the one from night to morning.